And what's going on, everybody? I am currently on my way to Hastings, Nebraska. I'm gonna stop over here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm gonna clean this dirty truck. I haven't washed this thing in a little while because, hell man, winter weather brings out everybody to keep the roads safe. You know, cities, counties, states, they throw salt and I get, what is that, sodium chloride all over the roads, throw whatever. So people aren't spinning out and it melts the snow and does all this. This is that load I picked up in Stockton. It's going to Hastings, Nebraska, and that deal up there on the top deck goes to Salina, Kansas. But I want to get purdied up before I show up at my customer, you know? So here we are. They're washing all that crap off, and it desperately needed it. Now the bad thing about this is I've no longer got a pretty shine on my fuel tanks, and my aluminum just ain't polished no more. But that's okay. At least it ain't covered in salt like you just saw. So, might as well fuel up while I'm right here by the Flying J in Cheyenne. Let's get the hell out of here. Ain't that some pretty shit right there? About to see that sun climb over the horizon there. Here we are, we made it into Hastings, Nebraska. Dropped off that pipe, and we still got that ugly thing up there on the top deck. See how I got my tarps up there? Didn't have no room to put them anywhere else when everything was loaded. Here we are, we made it into Salina, Kansas, and dropped off that ugly piece of shit with these guys at this machine shop. And now I've been dispatched to go over to western Nebraska for a pickup. Where the fuck is western Nebraska? This is western Nebraska. Gonna pick up some of these empty reels here. And this is a lot of mud. That real thick, caked up mud. I throw this thing on here when I get in a situation like that so I'll track it in my truck. Look at this. Super thick. Ugh, what a mess. Anyhow, before getting loaded, I like to get my shit ready so I can, as they load, I can throw my chains through these reels. Now, the loader just came and told me he's gonna be a minute before he can load me. This other gentleman that was there when I got there, he just got loaded. So I figured, what the hell, I'll go help him out, you know, do this Brotherhood thing, you know. I ain't got nothing else to do. And of course, during my attempt to help this guy, the loader makes his way back. So I gotta go load. I got like 2 chains out for the guy. That's all I could do for him. Anyhow, So we're gonna load the wagon here. These things are pretty easy. They're lightweight. And once he sets them down, gets them lined up where I like them, I can just move them by hand from there. It's pretty easy. And like I was saying, the plan is to throw my chains through the center of them. And then once they're all down the trailer, I'll get down on the ground and I'll hook them up on each side and then bind them down. Not bad. I mean, it's pretty damn easy. Load this pretty quick. I see when they put them on, I'll offset them. I've been loading these a lot lately. They go right next to my house, not too far from my house, so it's a good deal. I load them and then offset them all the way down. Now, after I got all these loaded, that fella that I attempted to help earlier, he came over and said, hey, how you like this? You know, how you like your chain like this, blah, blah, blah. And this guy helped me secure the whole trailer. Isn't that cool? That's that brotherhood that you hear all these old timers talk about. I was done in no time. Piece of cake. And here's the obligatory Instagram shot. Sure do love that truck.
What's up, Duna? How are you, mate? Just thought I'd say good day from Australia. I got out of bed this morning and heard a nice diesel thumping away beside me when I pulled the curtains. Hey, what do you know? A big Peterbilt, Australian style one. It's we've got a few down here. They're far and few between, but they are around, and yeah, they stand out. They're just a cool looking truck. Anyway, thought I'd let you know, say good day, keep up the good work, love your videos, man, and look forward to seeing the next one. Bye-bye. That's a Peterbilt in Australia. Beautiful truck.
Not in my truck, I'm punching fuck out of Chuck. Yeah.
Pretty cool. Oh man, got blood all over me. But you know, that was pretty cool. You know, another fellow was getting loaded before me. You know, I went to help him. I had nothing to do. The loader had to go. Said he had something he had to go do real quick, and I was like, all right. I was like, well, fuck it, I'll help this guy throw some chains real quick. And then Because I got through 2 chains. I put one through a hole on one of those reels and then tried to get another one, and then boom, that guy was back over here ready for me to load. I was like, oh man, I got a couple up there. I didn't even get them through the reels. Anyway, I'm over here loaded and tying down, and that fella came and helped me, man. I mean, like, that doesn't happen all the time, you know. You hear these old timers talking about it, and it happens from time to time these days. So, but it's a cool deal when it does happen. You feel good about it, and then you want to do it again to help someone out because someone helped you out, you know. Even though I didn't help that guy much, my intentions were good. I wanted to. So, anyway, we'll get out of here, and I'm heading for Emmett, Arkansas. Better get this seatbelt on, or one of you safety pricks go ape shit. Hey, you ain't wearing no seatbelt. I'm still in this yard, dude. Alright, so we loaded up and we're heading for Emmett, Arkansas. Like I said, this ain't too far from my house, so my plan is I'm gonna get down the road a little bit and I'm gonna take a nap. Because I'm tired. This shit wipes me out sometimes. Anyway, so I'm gonna get down the road, have some dinner, and then catch some rest, and I'll leave super early. And I gotta get to Emmett, Arkansas before 2 o'clock tomorrow. That's when they stop unloading. Shouldn't be a problem. No problem at all. Looky here. Get your own what the fuck Chuck. I've got shit to do. Hoodies. We got all kinds of shit. Some face masks, face shields, phone cases, all this kind of crap you can get. I left a link to the where you can buy this shit in the description of this video. Go check it out. What the fuck, Chuck? Hey, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. I'm actually home now. Went and made my drop and all this, but I'm kind of just gonna get this in there because at this point of the video, during this point of my week last week, I stopped at this Love's that's in Okmulgee, Oklahoma. I had to for my 30-minute break. I didn't want to because I'm like this close to home, you know, I was planning on getting to my drop in Emmett, Arkansas, and which would get me home. You know, I'm in a hurry. I don't want to dick around no more, but I got to take this 30-minute break, right? And, well, I went in and I ate, and I think they had a Carl's Jr. or something in there. It doesn't matter. I sat in there and ate. Come back out, and I'm ready to get to trucking, man, and go get this load off and get home. Well, I got out to my truck, and the truck wouldn't start. And I tried numerous things to get it going. I beat the shit out of the starter. I cussed at it. I yelled at it. I asked several drivers for like a jump or a pull start. If anyone could help me out, I went up to a couple drivers, guys driving like, you know, Peterbilts and whatever. I'm like, oh, these guys will help me. No. I got on the radio. I was calling, hey, can anybody help me get a pull start? You know, nothing. I gave up, and I was ready to just have to spend the night there at the Loves and figure something out or whatever. It was my I just knew I was just gonna have to stay there at that Love's and just grin and bear it. And look, I wasn't even really mad. I was upset, I guess, but I wasn't even mad. And I'm like, oh, that's all part of it. I'll be home soon, whatever. But I did have this thing within me going, all these fucking truck drivers here, no one can fucking help me. It's something that's pretty simple. And you always hear about that brotherhood. If you've been on the road long enough, even if you ain't been out here very long at all, you'll hear the old guys, or you'll hear guys talking about how it used to be out here, how it used to be fun. And if you were broke down, you'd have 10 drivers come up to help you and pulling parts out of their trucks that they had to, like a belt or something. Something you needed to repair something. Anyway, about 20 minutes after I'd given up and just preparing to stay the night there and hoping it doesn't get too cold because I can't start the truck. It wouldn't start. Starter's bad. And about 20 minutes after that, someone is on the radio. Where's that driver that needs a jump? I was like, right here. I was like, I don't need a jump. I need a pull start. What's that? It's like, oh, well, you get like right in front of me and you pull me for about 5 feet and it'll start the truck. All right, you in that green Peterbilt? This guy was like 2 or 3 spaces down from me. I was like, yeah, that's me. He goes, all right, man, I'm getting up. I'll come help you out. You got the chains and everything you need for us to do this? I was like, yeah. All right, then this guy gets out and helps me. Out of all those drivers there, this guy was napping or something, but he heard it come on the radio, and I remember when he got out, he was like, you can hear my radio? I was like, yeah. He goes, man, I've been trying to talk to people on this radio. Nobody says nothing. He goes, I didn't think it worked. Anyway, so he gets right in front of me, pulls me about 5 feet, fires right up. Didn't even know what a pull start was, but this man said, you know what, I'll help you, man. And then after he did that, we got to talking before I took off, and this was really one cool dude. And this really affected me. Like, the first folks I went to, I thought, they drive a badass Peterbilt, or they're pulling an RGN, or they're pulling a step deck. This guy will help me. None of these door swingers will help me. None of these, plastic trucks are going to help me. This dude that helped me drives for one of the, I don't know if it's a mega carrier. I don't know if I should even say their name. I wanted to call his company and say, man, your driver helped me out when nobody else would. But shit like that could get somebody fired, believe it or not, for helping out your brother out on the road. But the one guy who helped me was pulling a reefer trailer and driving a Cascadia, and was the only person who offered to help me. And he went by Butter. I was like, I went in and washed my hands, and I was about to take off, and I was like, hey man, can I get a picture of you? Get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah. I was like, what's your name? He goes, Butter. So this is a picture of me and Butter right here. This is the only man who would help me when I was down and out. The only driver who came to my aid when all I needed was a little bit of a helping hand. Thank you, Butter. I appreciate you. I left him a couple stickers on his doorstep when he went inside. But thank you, Butter. I appreciate you. You're a good man. And them fellas up in D.C. are gonna be lucky to have you. Thank you! Alright, let's move on back to the rest of the story. And thanks to Butter, I made it home that evening and got to celebrate my 43rd birthday with my family. Next morning, I went over to Emmett and made that drop. No big deal. Just a little late. Couldn't make it the day before. It was a little too late to get there. Like I said, they closed at 2 o'clock. But here we are, no problem. After I made it home after that, got to hang out with the family some more. Taking our boy to school here. Just a little nice to be home. Went out to eat with my bride. Thank you, Butter. Hey everybody, this is the Traveling Man, Dooner Livingstone. Would you like to be a part of the show? Send me a video via Facebook Messenger or send me a private message on Instagram. I ain't too hard to find. There's only one Dooner Livingstone on this planet. Send me a video of your truck, what you're hauling. Show me some weird-ass talent you got, whatever. Something to be a part of the show. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. You ain't gotta be a truck driver to do it. Just whatever. You want to be a part of the show? Send me something. I'll put you up, if I like it anyway. No masturbating, no porn, none of that kind of shit.
What the fuck, Chuck?
Okay, that's all I got this week, everybody. Next week, the return of dumb shit four-wheelers do around big trucks. We will be back. And just a reminder, everybody, be like Butter and that other guy that helped me. Bring the Brotherhood back.